Investments you must make in your youth to become rich. Have you ever wondered if you could have spent your money more wisely in your 20s? Sometimes you find yourself broke or close to having no money. What if I told you there are 8 things you can do with the little money you have now to build a financially stable future? Well, in today's video I'll tell you 8 things you can do with your money to have a prosperous and wealthy future. They say your 20s are the most important years of your life. Just ask people in their 40s and 50s, they'll tell you stories of how they wish they had started investing early and spending their money more wisely. Even though everyone keeps telling you that you need to start saving and start investing, where and in what exactly should you invest while you're young? In today's video we'll solve this problem for you. We'll give you 7 different investments you should consider. It may not be possible to invest in all of them, but make sure to evaluate each one and choose at least the first 2 that we believe are a must. I hope you enjoy this video. We've invested a lot of time and effort in making these videos for you, so if you don't mind, click the like button and share this video. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join our community, click the subscribe button and support us. We love visitors here, so welcome and enjoy the video. So let's begin. 1. Get a retirement plan. You must get a retirement plan without a doubt. Here's why: if you start early, you'll get a head start on retirement savings and harness the power of compound interest in your favor. A difference of years in retirement savings could amount to thousands of dollars, so start today if you haven't already. If you start putting $500 a month into a retirement plan with a 7% return at age 25, you'll have about $2 million by retirement. But let's say you didn't follow our advice and delayed by 10 years. You're 35 and saving $1,000 a month in a retirement plan with a 7% return. You'll have about $1,600,000 by retirement. That's 20% less even though the annual contribution is 50% higher. It's clear from our simple example that the earlier you start, the more money you'll have. When it comes to compound interest and the hammering effect it has on your money over time, time is your biggest advantage. If you want to have more money during retirement, you need to start early. It's not important how much you put in. You can start with a small amount of say $100 and increase it over time. But if you can start with much more, do it. 2. Invest in yourself. I know you probably didn't think this would be here, but what rational importance does having a car with a non-functioning engine have? By investing in yourself, we mean taking care of all the factors that affect you. This includes your health and mind. Invest in adequate health insurance and adopt a healthy lifestyle. Continue to take courses to increase your knowledge and know-how. Because let's face it, you don't want to be 50 and struggling to study. Take advantage of the fact that you're young to study more. Enroll in your master's and MBA or even a PhD and take as many professional courses as possible in your career path. This will not only increase your knowledge but also open up more opportunities for better paying jobs or help you better manage your business if you are an entrepreneur. 3. Invest in S&P 500 index funds. Growth-oriented assets have the power to increase your net worth incredibly quickly, especially when you're young. These funds leverage the power of compound interest and will grow your money faster than any other investment. The S&P 500 index has given investors an average return of 10% since 1926. It's one of the safest investments that allocate stocks. For example, if you invest $10,000 in certificates of deposit with an annual yield of 2% from age 25 with a retirement plan at 65, you would have just over $20,000 at retirement. But by investing the same amount in S&P 500 index funds with an average annual rate of 10%, you would have $400,000 at retirement. That's more than 20 times as much as you would have received with the CD option. However, keep in mind that the 10% rate of return on S&P funds is an average gained over the last 10 years. You could lose 20% in 1 year and gain 40% in the next since rates can fluctuate drastically. However, When you're young, this is a risk you can afford to take. 4. Invest in a real estate investment trust, also known as REITs. These trusts are another type of growth investment that you can't ignore in your 20s. If you can't yet afford to invest in real estate or buy property, this is a great channel for you. By investing in a real estate investment trust, you're seizing the opportunity to hold a portfolio of commercial real estate. We believe this is a better option than owning a single real estate unit because your investment portfolio will be diversified and invested in multiple properties in different regions, giving you greater security on your investment. It's better to be safe with your hard-earned money. The other advantage is that you don't need to invest as much as you would with a single property. All you need is a couple $1,000s, which isn't much compared to buying a single unit that would require a much larger capital, usually in the 5 or 6 figure range. Plus, you won't need to actively manage the investment. Another great advantage is that this type of investment will give you the benefit of investing in commercial real estate, which often performs better than residential real estate. If you're still not sure about investing here, consider the fact that the real estate sector has been one of the best performing investments over the last 5 decades. Secondly, the real estate sector moves independently of the stock market, so it's possible for a REIT to provide continued positive returns even when the stock market isn't doing so well. 5. Buy a house. Nothing can give you more security than owning your own home. Owning your own home is everyone's dream, and owning your own home is also a great investment. Not only will it give you peace of mind, security, and a place to call home during your not-so-young years, but owning the home will allow you to build substantial equity over time. Plus, owning the home will give you financial leverage. You can own a home with down payments as low as 5% or 0%, depending on the part of the world you live in. This can give you the advantage of appreciation on a $300,000 property with an investment from your own pocket of just $15,000. Even if you simply repay the mortgage within 30 years, your home will increase in value and grow to exceed the $300,000 you paid for it thanks to the appreciation factor. However, as nice as it is to own a home, buying your home when you're young has a downside. At a young age, you may not be able to settle in a particular geographic location. You may also have to make transfers during your career to other locations. However, if this happens, you can always rent out your home or furnish it and rent it out on platforms like Airbnb. Buying a home is an excellent investment when you're young. However, buying a home is a big financial decision, so make sure you're absolutely certain before buying a home. 6. Robo Advisors. If you've followed this video, then you must have noticed when we mentioned investing in real estate stocks through REITs and S&P 500 index funds. These are great investment options, but you might not feel so comfortable shelling out your money on your own. If so, you could use a Robo Advisor. Robo Advisors are automated online investment platforms that will make all the investment decisions on your behalf. This includes creating a portfolio for you and managing it accordingly in the future. Sounds crazy, right? But let's face it, not everyone is a Warren Buffett. You might not have all the knowledge needed to make the right investment choices. This is where Robo Advisors come in. These automated platforms will periodically reinvest your dividends, rebalance your portfolio, and offer you expert tax strategies to minimize your taxable investment income. All you'll have to do is fund your account and let the robots do all the necessary work. These automated platforms will typically invest in a mix of bonds and stocks, and sometimes some REITs, creating an optimal portfolio. 7. Debt repayment. What most young people don't realize, just ask people in their 50s and 60s, is that debt can drag you back on your path to wealth creation. Student loans are one of the biggest problems facing people in their 20s and 30s, and according to research, the average student has about $33,000 in college debt. In addition to this huge debt, many young people also have outstanding credit card loans and car loans. I can almost guarantee that debt will reduce your cash flow and hinder the amount available to invest. In a perfect world, ideally you wouldn't have debt, but in today's world full of credit cards with instant loans at the click of a button, most of us have some form of debt. If you currently have debts, you need to create some form of balance. While it might be easy to make minimum payments on your loans and throw everything else into investments, this might not always be the right move. Doing so will allow you to take advantage of the compound interest on your investments, but at the same time it could create an imbalance. Investment returns are not always guaranteed. If you lose 15% of your investments, you may still have to repay your loans, which could be 4% on your car, 6% on student loans, and 20% or more on credit cards. The best way to handle this situation is to start paying off your loans early in life. Start with credit cards or any other loan that might have the highest interest rate. Debts can be a burden that you'll definitely want to get off your shoulders as soon as possible. Instead of making just the minimum payment on your loan, make additional payments to reduce the entire amount faster. In the long run, you'll end up saving a lot more money. 8. Your network. It's not always about money, and now that you're in your 20s, you should focus on building a solid network of people who can push you to the next level. Attend meaningful events, join useful clubs, socialize with people, and build your online presence. Most people don't think building a network is important, but they don't say your network is your net worth for no reason. Do you have a proper LinkedIn profile? These are the simple things you should create. You can easily get a better paying job, change careers, identify opportunities, or even get contracts for your business through your network. While building one, make sure you have a mentor to guide you. In your 20s, you might not be able to invest in all these options, but you should make sure to choose at least 4 of the options we've provided. A great rule of thumb to follow is that as your income grows, so should the amount you invest. Creating wealth and investing is best done while you're still young. Warren Buffett even said he wished he had started investing earlier, and he was 11 when he started. Thanks for watching. That's all we have for today. Let us know which options you like best from our list. In the comments, share your direct experience related to the topic covered today. We want to learn more and will gladly respond to any questions. Comment to let us know how we can improve. Your like would make us happy. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video.